The National Electrical Code, or NEC, and the NA-AMS standard have different requirements regarding the use of bushings on conduits. The NEC does not mandate bushings for conduits terminating in cord connectors. However, the NA-AMS standard typically imposes stricter requirements, often necessitating bushings for all conduits, irrespective of their termination method. When facing a situation where the NA-AMS standard is enforced, there are primarily two options to consider. Firstly, comply fully with the NA-AMS standard by installing bushings on all conduits, ensuring adherence to their specific requirements. Secondly, pursue a variance from the NA-AMS authority. A variance is essentially an exception granted to specific requirements when it can be demonstrated that an alternative approach still achieves an equivalent level of safety and performance. To successfully obtain a variance, it is crucial to present a compelling case demonstrating that the installation is safe and does not present an unacceptable risk of electrical shock or fire. Several strategies can be employed to build a strong case for a variance. One effective approach is to secure documentation from the cord connector manufacturer. This documentation should explicitly state that the connectors are designed, tested, and approved for use without bushings. Such manufacturer's documentation provides credible evidence that the chosen connectors offer adequate protection and do not necessitate bushings to maintain safety. Another valuable piece of evidence is a statement from a qualified electrical engineer. This statement should affirm that the installation is safe, complies with the relevant requirements of the NEC, and provides an equivalent level of protection as if bushings were installed. The engineer's professional opinion, backed by their expertise and understanding of electrical safety principles, can significantly strengthen the variance request. Once all pertinent documentation has been gathered, it must be formally submitted to the NA-AMS authority for their thorough review and approval. The NA-AMS authority will carefully assess the provided evidence, evaluate the potential risks and benefits, and determine whether the proposed installation without bushings meets their established safety criteria. If the NA-AMS authority ultimately approves the variance, permission is granted to proceed with the installation without the need for bushings. This approval signifies that the NA-AMS authority is satisfied that the alternative installation method provides an acceptable level of safety and complies with the intent of their standards. It's important to understand the role of bushings in electrical conduit systems. Bushings are typically used to provide a smooth, rounded surface at the end of a conduit where wires exit. This protects the wires from abrasion and damage as they are pulled through the conduit, reducing the risk of insulation failure and electrical shorts. However, cord connectors are specifically designed to provide a secure and protective termination for flexible cords and cables. They often incorporate features such as strain relief mechanisms and smooth, rounded entry points that minimize the risk of damage to the cord's insulation. Because of these design features, some cord connector manufacturers claim that bushings are not necessary when their connectors are properly installed. When evaluating whether to use bushings or seek a variance, consider the following factors. Firstly, the specific requirements of the NA-AMS standard that is being enforced. Carefully review the standard to understand the exact wording of the bushing requirement and any exceptions that may apply. Secondly, the design and construction of the cord connectors being used. Evaluate whether the connectors have features that provide adequate protection for the wires without the need for bushings. Thirdly, the type and size of wires being used. Larger wires with thicker insulation may be more resistant to abrasion and damage, reducing the need for bushings. Fourthly, the installation environment. Consider whether the installation is in a harsh environment where wires are exposed to excessive vibration, moisture, or chemicals. In such cases, bushings may provide an extra layer of protection. Fifthly, the opinion of a qualified electrical engineer. Consult with an engineer to get their professional assessment of the installation and their recommendation on whether bushings are necessary. To further clarify the NEC requirements, let's delve into specific articles and sections that address conduit terminations and protection of conductors. While the NEC doesn't explicitly mandate bushings for cord connectors, it does emphasize the importance of protecting conductors from abrasion. NEC Section 300.4. F. Protection of conductors and cables from abrasion states that where conductors or cables pass through metal enclosures, raceways, or auxiliary gutters, they shall be protected from abrasion. This section highlights the general principle of preventing damage to conductors, but it doesn't specifically dictate the use of bushings in all situations. The commentary following this section in the NEC handbook often clarifies that the intent is to prevent sharp edges from damaging conductor insulation. Therefore, if a cord connector provides a smooth, rounded surface that eliminates the risk of abrasion, it could be argued that the intent of this section is met without the use of a bushing. NEC section 314.17. B. Protection of conductors from abrasion specifically addresses the protection of conductors entering boxes, conduit bodies, or fittings. This section requires that conductors be protected from abrasion where they enter these enclosures. While this section doesn't directly apply to cord connectors, it reinforces the NEC overall emphasis on preventing conductor damage. Again, if the cord connector provides a smooth, protected entry point, it can be argued that the intent of this section is satisfied without a bushing. It's important to note that the NEC is a minimum standard, and local jurisdictions or other standards, such as the NA-AMS standard, may have more stringent requirements. Therefore, it's always essential to comply with the most restrictive requirements that apply to a particular installation. When seeking a variance from the NA-AMS authority, it's helpful to present a well-organized and comprehensive package of information. This package should include, firstly, a detailed description of the installation, including the type and size of conduits, cord connectors, and wires being used. Secondly, documentation from the cord connector manufacturer stating that the connectors are designed and tested to be used without bushings. Thirdly, a statement from a qualified electrical engineer affirming that the installation is safe and meets the requirements of the NEC. Fourthly, photographs or drawings of the installation showing the cord connectors and conduit terminations. Fifthly, a clear and concise explanation of why the variance is being requested and how the proposed installation provides an equivalent level of safety as if bushings were installed. In addition to addressing the technical aspects of the installation, it's also important to understand the administrative procedures for obtaining a variance. Contact the NA-AMS authority to determine the specific requirements for submitting a variance request, including any required forms, fees, or supporting documentation. Be prepared to answer questions from the NA-AMS authority and provide any additional information that they may request. The process of obtaining a variance can sometimes be time-consuming, so it's important to start the process as early as possible. By thoroughly understanding the NEC and NA-AMS requirements, gathering the necessary documentation, and presenting a well-reasoned case, it's possible to successfully obtain a variance and avoid the need to install bushings on conduits terminating in cord connectors. Remember that the ultimate goal is to ensure the safety of the electrical installation and comply with all applicable codes and standards. Safety should always be the top priority. Understanding the specific requirements, providing detailed documentation, and maintaining open communication with the relevant authorities are key to ensuring a compliant and safe electrical installation. In addition to the points already discussed, it's worth considering the potential long-term implications of not using bushings, even if a variance is obtained. While a variance may allow for the initial installation to proceed without bushings, future maintenance or modifications to the electrical system could raise concerns. For example, if wires need to be replaced or rerouted, the absence of bushings could make it more difficult to avoid abrasion and damage to the new conductors. Similarly, if the installation is subject to future inspections or audits, the lack of bushings could be flagged as a potential non-compliance issue, even with a previously approved variance. Therefore, it's important to carefully weigh the potential benefits of not using bushings against the potential long-term risks and challenges. In some cases, it may be more prudent to simply install bushings from the outset, even if a variance could be obtained. This approach can help to avoid future problems and ensure consistent compliance with all applicable codes and standards. Furthermore, it's important to document all decisions and actions related to the bushing issue. Keep records of all communications with the NA-AMS authority, including any written approvals or denials of variance requests. Maintain copies of all relevant documentation, such as manufacturer's specifications for cord connectors, engineering statements, and photographs of the installation. This documentation can be invaluable in the event of future questions or disputes. In conclusion, the decision of whether or not to use bushings on conduits terminating in cord connectors is a complex one that requires careful consideration of the NEC, the NA-AMS standard, and the specific characteristics of the installation. While the NEC does not explicitly require bushings in all cases, the NA-AMS standard often has more stringent requirements. Obtaining a variance from the NA-AMS authority is possible, but it requires demonstrating that the installation is safe and provides an equivalent level of protection as if bushings were installed. By thoroughly understanding the applicable codes and standards, gathering the necessary documentation, and consulting with qualified professionals, it's possible to make an informed decision that ensures the safety and compliance of the electrical installation.